Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Priscilla and I'm from Pretty and Paint. And I like to crochet a lot and I'm also sewing a lot. I should say a lot because I was saying a bunch, but it's a lot. It seems like I've taken like a nice break from crocheting all the time. I mean, I do crochet daily. I should probably like pop that in there. Like I've been working on like a blanket. So sometimes like in the morning I'll just like put some stitches in, and at night I'll put some stitches in, but the blanket doesn't really need to be done until the fall for my fall market. Anyway, hello. It is, I think, Thursday today, and it's actually so crappy outside. I went and dropped off my daughter at summer camp this morning and it was pouring. I was like, wow, today is not going to be a beautiful day. That makes me sad. But anyway, if you had watched my previous vlog, you probably noticed that I went fabric shopping, and then I also made a couple pouches, and I had mentioned that I wanted to make like more than one of the same pouch, and I did that. I did just that, and it was so fun. So I showed this pouch on the previous vlog, and if you hear a loud noise, it's my printer printing out my thank you cards because I ran out for some orders. So I made this pouch and I was like, you know what, I really want to make a big one and a small one, so I did that. So here's the big one. She's pretty large. She's large and in charge. She's definitely a decent sized travel pouch, like if you want to put like toiletries in here, or I mean, I think a lot of things would fit in here. Like it is huge. Not huge, but in my opinion it's pretty big. Bigger than what I've been normally making. I've been normally making just like a standard size. Yeah, but let me, oh, my printer is now doing some funny things. I'll be right back. Okay, so my printer was like shooting paper, like, and it wasn't like printing, like it was like printing like this, like on two pieces at a time, and I was like, what's going on? So I just kind of like looked through them and picked out the bad ones and threw those away. But these are my thank you cards that I usually put in all my orders. Typically like my cards just had like Pretty and Paint, and then one had like Paint Studios, but I was like, you know what, let me just combine them because I'm the same person, and just use the same thank you cards for both businesses. That way I don't have to keep worrying about which thank you cards I ran out of, what, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, besides the point. So I made this large bag, medium bag, and then I made this little tiny one. Okay, excuse me. Get out of the frame. We already saw you in the last vlog. I'm sorry. And so I made a little tiny one. So I guess these would be called like nesting bags because technically they do like fit inside of each other. But I did make these all yesterday and I absolutely enjoyed it so much. I still have some more of this fabric, so I might make more for like, I have a July market that I should prep for, so maybe I'll make the same thing like again. I don't know if I have enough for 3. Maybe I can do like the medium and the small. I don't know if I have enough for a big one, or I can do a big and a medium maybe. We'll see. The big one I feel like is more like, it's big, so like you would need it for something. I don't know. I feel like the medium and the small one is more like you want to put some tchotchkes in there, like crochet hooks, knitting needles, like any notions of any sort, like, I don't know, post-it notes, pens. I remember someone telling me that they used their small pouch for their Bible study, so they put like their pens and highlighters inside and they carried around with their Bible and like their Bible bag. So I thought that was cute. So there's always a bunch of things you can put in pouches. So I'm going to ship these out. These actually did sell yesterday. And I'm going to ship those out. I just finished a bunch of labels for Paint Studios last night. Why is everything just falling? So I have to ship these out. And then I also have some charms I need to peel. I don't know if you've been here for a while, you probably know what these are, but if you're new, I do make like little acrylic charms that go on crochet things like ornaments. Some people use them on like dogs, like if they crochet a dog and they want like a little collar. So this is a really bad example. Maybe I should grab one that's peeled. Okay, so like this is kind of what it looks like after I make them, like production wise. Like there's a sticker, like a tape on top, and then I color it in gold, and then I have to let them dry, and then I peel it off. But this is kind of what it looks like after the fact, and it has a hole on the top. And usually what I do is I put like yarn or ribbon through this hole, and I put it on an ornament. Maybe I can find some pictures and put them here. That way it's not so confusing as I'm explaining it, because I kind of confuse myself doing that. But yeah, I make these acrylic charms for Pate Studios, and I've made a couple of new ones. So like I added some fun little different emojis. Like this one's a heart, like, you know, like the Instagram heart like. And then I think I added a flower of some kind. I can't find it. Oh, I added a bow, like a little cute bow. I don't know if you can see it with the paper on top. Maybe you can. Yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, I have to put some mystery bags of these together, because a couple people had purchased a couple of bags for those. And yeah, my morning it's going okay. I'm just gonna try to be productive again today. I want to make a tote bag, but like I'm still stuck on the fabric choices. Wow, I just got like randomly hot, so this hoodie is gonna have to come off. Oh, by the way, this is my merch that is coming out soon. It says Happy Hookers Crochet Club, and this one's the color Carolina Blue. I have one in like an olivey military green color too, but that should be coming out probably in July, so I'll prepare you now. I'm waiting for a little bit more like samples to come in, but yeah. What did I say? I wanted to make some pouches and tote bags, but the tote bag, I'm stuck on fabric. I ordered more fabric from one of my like online stores I like to shop at, Stitch Supply Co. So that should be here next week. So when that comes in next week, I will see if I can make a tote bag with what she is going to send me, because I have a strap that has like pens on it. I don't know if this is even like why I should be telling you guys this, but I'm venting, okay? I have a strap, like a webbing, that has pens all over it. And I thought that would be so cute for a tote bag, like a whip bag, you know, or, you know, a bag that you carry your work stuff in, laptop, Bible study, and that kind of stuff. So I ended up buying a charm pack, which is 5-inch squares of fabric that has the same print that the webbing is, like all the pens. So that's my idea. So when that comes in, I want to see if it works. I think it should work. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to package up some orders, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit and show you any pouches that I'm going to get prepped and made. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay. Hi friends. I just finished eating lunch. I was like, let me update the vlog and show some of the things I'm working on today. It is, I think, like 12 o'clock or so. So I have a few more hours to basically just work and make some fun pouches. I've been like dying to make a few more pouches, and I bought more fabric. I'm sure if you watched the previous vlog, you probably saw some of it. So this is one of the pouches I'm working on. It's like fruit themed, and then the back is like polka dots, and then I have a green one. I figured I'd make one in each color just to see how I like it. And I think I'm going to put a ruffled edge on these, like the boxy pouch ruffled edge. I'm still trying to work on measurements for my boxy pouch pattern. The ruffle edge for this particular pattern is like a different formula than the others, like the Ruffle Me Pretty pouch that I just released. So I'm like messing around with numbers here and there. So I made 1 or 2 ruffle strips for one of these because it needs 2. And I want to see if that works. If it works, then I'll cut for the other one. But if it doesn't work, I figured I can see what went wrong and where's my measurement off and all that stuff. So I'm working on these. I also have a friend, Sarah, on Instagram who is requesting a belt bag in this color, the green. I had sent her 2 photos on Instagram of strap options. I pulled out this like mustard color for it, and then I also have like a hot pink, but I was like, maybe this is too pink. But pink and green go well together. Pink and yellow, not pink and yellow. Yellow and green also go well together, but I think I personally prefer pink and green. But we'll see if she gets back to me today. If she doesn't, then whenever she does get back to me, I'll work on it. I figured at least get it started. I do have a few other bag orders, belt bag orders like on queue. So I have one that's like a cat themed belt bag. I just have yet to get the supplies in. So my local fabric shop, it orders the foam stabilizer for me. So they had told me yesterday when I was there that she had ordered it and it should be at their shop next week. So it's like a waiting game. Sometimes you just have to wait to have like the materials all like on hand before making anything. So that sadly, that belt bag has to wait for a minute. And then I also have like a strawberry one that I have to work on too. But she is in no hurry. She wants it for a cruise, which I think is so cute. She goes on a cruise in September. So I'm going to hopefully get that out to her before she goes on her cruise. And I'm sure I will, because September is pretty far away still. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. I don't know really how long these actually take me. Maybe I should time myself. But then again, I like to make them in batches. So like I have 2 right now that I'm working on. So these 2 might take me an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, give or take. I didn't cut all the fabric for it though either. So you have to consider that I still have to cut fabric. So yeah. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, either show you them finished or may have to check in with you guys tomorrow. But yeah. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half since I started the pouches and I finished one. I am literally obsessed. Like, I don't even know how to like contain my excitement about this one. When I pulled it like inside out, I was like, I love it. I love how the fruit's going vertically along with my squiggle stitches. I got so happy that I put like a little smiley face lolly tag on it. And on the back it says, "You make me happy." And yes, it makes me happy. So I put polka dot ruffles on this pouch. I think both pouches have polka dot. Here's the other one. I still have to just put the binding strips on it and cut the squares. I was just trying to finish at least one, but I'll finish this one before I have to go and pick up my daughter. So I'm excited. This one, actually, the fruit came out more on like the binding strips for the zipper. Like this one, the fruit barely peeked out because the way it was just folded, like there's a little piece of fruit right there, but it's so cute. I don't even know if I want to sell it. I think I want to keep it, or maybe like go back to my fabric shop and grab more, because I only grabbed half a yard of this because I wasn't really sure. I was like, you know what, it makes me happy, let me just grab a half yard. I'm gonna go back and get more because this makes me, it makes me so happy. Maybe we should put a happy tally over here of how many times I said happy. Oh my goodness. Okay, and this one, the binding strip with a zipper, the fruit actually peeked out. So like there's a pineapple there. I think if I go any deeper, there's like a little dragon fruit right there. So I'm gonna finish this one up and then head out, pick up my daughter, and it really looks like it's supposed to rain, but it might not. So we might hang out outside for a little bit, depending on the weather. But if it holds up, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be outside just hanging out and maybe water the flowers. We planted a bunch of flowers. With my husband and my father-in-law built me a flower bed for our backyard, and I planted a bunch of seeds, like mixed seeds, and I also planted a couple of like the roots for certain flowers. I don't know if the roots are going to grow this year. I think they just have to hang out until next season, but we are seeing a bunch of little things just popping up and it's exciting, and I think Penelope loves it. So I have to keep up with it because yesterday I did not water the flowers, and I walked out there like at night last night, and all the flowers were like sad because yeah, like you just saw like the little stem thing just like look sad. So I have to make sure I'm on top of it. It's like a child, you know, you have to make sure you feed it, nurture it, and love it. And I did not do that yesterday, so I learned my lesson. But I'm gonna quit chatting. I'm gonna finish this bag, and then I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, more than likely. We'll see how the day goes. My husband is off tomorrow, so I know we have a bunch of things we want to get done. I also have a bunch of Pate Studio orders that are due to ship tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to work on those tonight and tomorrow. That way I can get those out and don't have to worry about anything being late or delayed. I know today was a holiday, so there was no mail today. yeah, or so it might be hectic tomorrow, of course, and you know, our mail people are going to pick up stuff from other people's houses and businesses and stuff like that. So I have to keep that in mind. So things might just be a little delayed because of the holiday. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi friends, it is Friday. We just got back from running a bunch of errands this morning and I was like, I need to get some work done. So I'm working on updating our winter charms for Pate Studios. I have a bunch of ornaments that I have made and I'm just going to take some photos of the updated charms because I'm pretty sure our listing on Pate Studios still has 2023. So I am peeling and hopefully photographing these in the next 5 minutes or so. And then I also have a bunch of other labels I think I want to take photos of for our social media Instagram. That way I have photos like lined up to just post. I've been trying to do better on that. And then ship those out, beat the mail lady. I also went fabric shopping again this morning and I picked up more of that fruit fabric. I can't speak. So I'm going to continue this and then I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I just finished taking photos of the new winter stuff, like the charms and the tags. Like we have like little miniature tags that I put on my mini ornaments. I have a crochet pattern for a beanie and a stocking. So that's kind of where those like were born. Then I made like little tiny tags for them. That way when you hang it on your tree, you see what year you got him. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys the fabric I got. I didn't end up just getting fruit fabric. I ended up getting a few others. So I got the green, the blue. I just restocked. I ended up getting 1.5 yards instead of 1/2 yard because I wasn't really sure. I was like, and then I was like, this makes me too happy. So I ended up getting more. I ended up getting this hippo print. How cute is this? I don't know if you can see it really well, like, but he's just like floating, he's hanging out, and I love it so much. And I think fish are trending right now, so fish. And then I also got another fish, goldfish. This one, it's like pink and gold, yeah, pink and gold and blue, so I got that one too. I'm currently wanting to mess around a little bit before I start making any belt bags. I figured I would do like a belt bag drop on my Etsy shop. I don't know if it's going to happen over the weekend or next week, but I've had lots of requests for belt bags and none of them want to create their own. They want me to just make them and list them. So I was like, okay, I can make a couple. So I'm thinking they're going to all be like kind of like a summery vibe. So either like bright colors, maybe some strawberries might make it into it, polka dots. I definitely will make 2 or 3 fruit inspired belt bags because they're just so cute, with the polka dots, like the pink polka dots I put on the boxy pouch. So yeah, that is basically the plan. I'm printing out a pattern right now for a strawberry coin purse. Maybe I'll put a picture of what it looks like here. I'll find it on Instagram somewhere. But I ended up subscribing to this like newsletter type thing, like a magazine, I guess, the Cutting Table, Susie Quilts. I can be totally wrong. Maybe I'll put that information too here, just so, just in case anyone else is interested. So I'm gonna give it a try. Figured I just need a little bit of a fun activity before I dive into assembling a bunch of belt bags. And I might also make a couple more of the boxy pouches in the fruit print because there was a lot of people that really liked them. So I figured I'd make just a few more, maybe like 2 or 3. Maybe I could do what I did with the daisies and do maybe like a small, medium, large type deal because I'm still working on measurements for my boxy pouch pattern. So maybe I can do that. I still have to work on the large ruffle strip. And then the small boxy pouch, not the pencil case, just a small one. I think I want to adjust a little bit on the width, but again, trial and error. It may be, my notes that I have right now are probably gonna be what they are. I just wanted to try something else just to see if I like it any better. But yeah, that's what's on the agenda right now. The weather, thankfully, is looking much better today. I love how I always talk about the weather. I have a weather thing. I don't know. I'm always like curious as to how it's gonna be the day of or whatever. I run off of like weather vibes, I guess. So like if it's rainy, I'm like sad. And if it's really sunny, I'm actually really happy. So it's sunny today, so I'm happy. But all right, I will show you guys what I've been working on in a little bit. I have a few hours to kill before I have to go pick up my daughter from summer camp. And my husband's actually out doing some errands. So yeah, happy Friday. It is blistering hot outside. I just figured I'd let you guys know. It's still Friday. I was just outside tending to the plants, and Penelope and my husband are outside washing the cars. I don't know if that was a great idea since it's really hot. But anyway, figured I'd catch you up on what I finished or what I worked on. So I prepped 2 pouches, boxy pouches. One's the hippo, one's the goldfish. And then I finished this belt bag. This is an order for my friend Sarah over on Instagram. She had requested a belt bag in the fruit fabric, so it's super cute. I'm obsessed with the strap with it. I love the pink and green. Like, I feel like that always goes together. And I also made this, the little strawberry pouch that I guess I was talking about in the previous clip. I'm not a huge fan of the foam batting, like the foam stabilizer, so I might redo it in like the regular polyfill that I use for the boxy pouches from time to time. I think it's just a little too bulky. Maybe is that the word I'm looking for? Like the inside looks really funky. Like it's not even finished. Like you're supposed to like leave it unfinished on the inside. Like there's no binding or anything like that. And I don't know if that's like cool or not. I mean, it is a pouch. It doesn't really need to be finished on the inside. Like you're just throwing some random small things in there. So I think I'm gonna keep this for myself. Super cute, but I might make a couple to sell on Etsy or bring it to my July market. That's a good idea. So yeah, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed making this. This took about almost an hour and a half because I had to read through the pattern, but recommend. The only way you can get the pattern though is if you subscribe to the magazine. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys another day. I don't know what we're doing over the weekend, but maybe I'll check in with you guys on Monday. Happy Sunday, friends. So today I woke up so early. It is, I think, 7 o'clock, like in the morning right now. I just finished my cup of coffee, and I'm working on this Sprout baby blanket. I started this yesterday morning. I'm just working on the border now. So I did 2 sides and now I have the third. I'm on the third, and then I should have the 4th done soon. This is for a friend who is expecting a baby, and she has no idea what the gender is. Awesome. Fun fact, when I was pregnant with Penelope, we also waited to find out the gender, and I honestly loved it. It was the best experience. I had like 0 stress about what could be, and I was just excited. So I'm excited for her. She said that her theme, I guess, is like a sage green and neutral colors, but I was gonna first do like a brown trim, like a, not a brown, like a taupe, but I started with the taupe and I was like, that's not good. So I ended up just using this Karen latte cake for the ruffle trim, because I used it also within the blanket. I don't know if you can tell, like it's double stranded. This is my pattern. It's called the Baby Sprouts blanket. It is by far my go-to baby blanket because it's so quick to work up. I use a large crochet hook, and typically it's only 1 stranded, but for some reason I had this like let me double strand it and see how it looks. So she's basically my experiment. And so far, I love it. It's very, it's kind of heavy, but I think it's just cozy. I don't know if she's that mom that like uses blanket to go like on top of the baby. I think she's more of like put it down, put the baby on top. So it's like cozy and fluffy, and I love the texture of this stitch too. So it's my favorite stitch. If you're interested in the pattern, it is available on my Etsy shop. I also do have a chunky sprout blanket, which is like a throw, and that's using a chunky yarn, like I believe it's bulky yarn, weight 5. Yeah, that one also works up really quick too. But I need to finish this blanket today so I can ship it out tomorrow. And I also have market prep. I have literally 3 weeks until this market, and I have nothing done. So I'm unsure what the week holds for me. This week, Penelope, like starting this week, because today's Sunday, she's only part-time, so, and then I do have family in town. So it's gonna be a little rough, but I think we might be able to get a good dent in market inventory either today and tomorrow, like between today and tomorrow, not either. I'm still sleeping. So I wanted to work on some mystery bags, and then I also wanted to make a few lovey animals. I'm thinking about starting with a goose, and then maybe a cow, and then possibly, I don't know what the third one I should do. I know for sure my inventory I do already have a goose, but I was doing like a goose lovey, and then I don't have any cows. What else do I have? Oh, I have a raccoon in inventory, and then what else do I have? I have a frog. Yeah, it's very minimal on some animals, but I'm really unsure how this market is. I did not sign up for it. My girlfriend did, so I'm unsure what to expect, and I didn't want to bring too much. Yes, baby. Okay, give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Crisis averted. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on this, finish this up this morning, and then once I pull out some yarn to work on some loveys and some mystery bags, I will check in. Yeah, this morning I'm just feeling so tired, and hopefully the day goes better, and we might go outside later too. Yes, baby, what happened? Okay, I'll just check in with you guys in a little bit. So change of plans, it's still Sunday. I had just gotten a phone call from my girlfriend, and she's out at the lake, so I'm gonna go to the lake with Penelope. She has a baby girl too, so little fun play date. So no market prep for me today, which I'm not mad about, because I probably would prefer just to hang out with some friends out in the sun, and I'll worry about market prep tomorrow. Tomorrow she will be in summer camp for most of the day, so we'll do all those fun things tomorrow, like make a goose and possibly a cow. And then I'm just gonna finish this up before I leave. So I'll show you this all done tomorrow. I'm really excited. It's a very pretty day outside. So I hope you guys had a happy Sunday whenever you're watching this. All right, good morning, friends. It is Monday. Yesterday was so fun. I had so much fun with my friends at the lake, or they were like camping at an RV resort, so that was fun. My daughter had so much fun playing with her friends, and yeah, it was just a really good day in the sun. I think I was there for, I don't know, give or take 4 hours or so. So like, I'm pretty tan. Like, I have a tan line from my bathing suit, and I was like, yeah, and it was super hot. But anyway, besides the point. I know I was showing you guys the pouches I was working on. I don't remember what day it was, but I did finish them, and I did list them on my Etsy shop. I think I listed them on Saturday. I had made, I think, 4. I made 4, and then I also made another one of those strawberry pouches. I think I showed you guys the red one I worked on. I'm out of breath for some reason. I feel like I can't catch my breath. Anyway, so I made one in pink with a more like the low lofty batting instead of like the foam, and I love it much better. Super cute. The finish on the inside doesn't bother me as much now. Like, it's not terrible, but it's supposed to be like this. So These are so cute. I actually put the red one on my belt bag, and I use it for like chapstick, hand sanitizer, and what else? I have a Band-Aid in there. So this is a cute little like bag charm, I guess. That's what you would call it, bag, coin purse. These would probably work well on backpacks and stuff. So this was just a fun little project. I wanted to practice curves, and so this way I felt like this was a good learning experience. Anyway, these are the pouches I finished. So I made 2 small ones. These 2 small ones, I tried to figure out the ruffle for them, and I think I'm almost there for the boxy pouch pattern that I'm trying to put together. I think my only downfall is that the ruffle for the small one can't be as long or like as wide, like this way, width. Okay, because it kind of like goes inside of the fold, like on the inside. I've made 2 others. I think it was last week, and I made it a little shorter, but I want it to be more frilly, but I think the shorter is better. So like it kind of like gets stuck in the binding, like where you cut your corners out. So they're not bad. I like the way they look. I guess it just wasn't what I was envisioning. Like, I mean, it looks cute regardless. So I made 2 of these, and then I also made 2 medium-sized bags. So 1 goldfish and 1 hippo floating. So this one is the goldfish one. Oh, it's upside down that side. But this side, he is the right side up. This one I believe is still on my Etsy shop. This one did not, no one grabbed this one yet. I posted them on Saturday and today is Monday. So I think the only 2 things I have left on my Etsy shop are these 2, the strawberry and the boxy pouch. I'm gonna make probably more this week. So I had a few custom orders for a hippo belt bag, so that should be fun. I have to go to my fabric store to get more fabric for that because I already cut fabric for the hippo to be more boxy pouches. So I'm gonna make probably, I think I have a large cutout and a small cutout of the hippo. I just never got to it. And the goldfish I have, and also another custom order for a belt bag that I did not cut yet, so that was perfect. So I can use what I have here to make that belt bag. But yeah, so that is basically the pouches that I made that other day and I never showed you. I also finished that blanket. So here it is. It is so pretty, and it's so cozy and soft, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm so obsessed with the texture. I don't know if you can tell, like it has, it's so yummy, like to feel. Like when I showed my husband last night, he was like, I need one of those. Like, I feel like I should make one for our bed, like as like a throw blanket for our bed. So I double stranded the Karen latte cakes and a big twist value. I think it's Heather Sage for this one. And this is my pattern, Baby Sprout baby blanket. I did not do a double ruffled edge because I was afraid that this Karen latte cake was a little too thick for 2 rows of ruffles. So I only did 1, and I'm not mad about it. For some reason I feel like I should have tried the double ruffle, but I was running out of yarn regardless. So I don't even think I would have enough yarn to finish the double ruffle edge. But yeah, this is all done and ready to go to its new home. I'm going to probably snap some photos of it before I ship it out. I wanted to make a goose to go with it, but come to find out, I have about 4 orders I need to ship out today for Pace Studios that I did not make yet. The weekend was so chaotic that I just didn't have a chance to sit in the garage. So I'm gonna do that this morning, package up some orders, like all the pouches that were snagged on Saturday. I'm gonna package these up, ship them out, and then I want to work on some fun other things later today. So maybe I'll just save that for the next vlog. But I'm going to say goodbye here. I feel like I chatted so much this one, but it was fun. I love it. I loved doing all the crafts together and showing you guys what I've been working on. So, and it's the summertime and it's great. And I have family in town. So my family is going to be in town for probably the next, I think like 5 or 6 weeks. So there's always going to be some sort of activity going on. So, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. I am cool, I promise. Yeah, and if you made it to the end of the video, leave like a yellow heart. Why not? Just leave a yellow heart in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.